First Watch now.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler. First Watch on 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your sheriff's office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and Sheriff Mark Daniels. Good morning.
Good morning, Cochise County.
Hello, everyone.
So Cochise County football continues tonight.
It does. We'll be in Benson tonight, and they're 1-1, and they're taking on the NFL Yet team, which is 2-1. That's a team. It's a college prep team out of Phoenix that's sponsored through the NFL. And I aired one of their games a couple of years ago, and they weren't real good. Not to be ill with that statement, but they're doing good this year. They're 2-1. So, and Benson's obviously a very talented team. They got second in state last year in football. So this will be a good game tonight. We're going to air.
And the ones that they had, like, just not comparing, but the NFL games Sunday were awesome. Usually you have stupid ones, but these were all good. So maybe all of these teams now are looking at that and they're thinking that they're just going to jump right on the bandwagon. It's going to be a good season.
I don't know if they were all good, Carol. The Chicago Bears lost. I mean,
okay. The games were all good.
But the Chicago Bears, they continue to promote my character and patience. They really do.
And what can you say? As long as you stay dedicated and true, that's the important thing.
That's hard to do. I've boxed up my my Chicago Bears swag a couple times, but I haven't shipped it yet. We'll see what happens this year.
And so some of the other things that are going on this weekend out and about in the world of sports is the Kiwanis Club is going to have a golf tournament tomorrow.
Yeah, they have their annual golf tournament tomorrow up on Fort Huachuca. Registration's at 6 in the morning, so if you want to come out and support a good cause, San Pedro Kiwanis' annual fundraiser, which is their golf tournament, come on out 6. I'll be out there in the morning at 6 o'clock helping with registration and greeting everybody in the morning.
And then also, speaking of fundraisers, Men Who Cook is this weekend.
Yes, they're back, and they've sold out 300 tickets. So thank you, Sierra Vista and Cochise County, for supporting Men Who Cook. And it's going to be a great event. I think there's about 25 cookers that will be cooking them all throughout commercial kitchens here in Sierra Vista. I'll be cooking at the Boys and Girls Club here in Sierra Vista. Talked to Jay yesterday about that. So we'll be cooking our salad. I'll just say that. We're cooking a salad tomorrow. You're probably saying, how do you cook a salad? Well, you'll see it tomorrow. And then we have our presentation. So we always dress up. We always have a really cool presentation for our food, and which helps enhance our food. I'm not trying to say it in a bad way, but it does. And so it should be fun tomorrow night.
Any hints on the costume? Any hints? Yeah.
Very patriotic. Let me
okay,
just say
that's
that.
good. You usually say no hints.
No, I got to give it very patriotic, because I know my competitors, the other ones cooking out there, the other men that'll be cooking, that, like I told them already, I go, you guys can pick up your second place trophy anywhere you want. Okay, the first is they've already put my name on it. So, but we'll see. It's a lot of fun. The men to come together and do this event for this fundraiser. We have a lot of fun when we do this.
And where did the proceeds go to? Who gets that?
The Sierra Vista Symphony.
Oh, okay.
That put so many from youth choirs together and community events together, and all about the music. So it's a well-attended event. They didn't do it last year because of COVID, and now it's amazing. COVID's, everybody's back in action in this community, and boy, we're feeling it.
And Oktoberfest is going to be this weekend, so we have Adam Curtis from the city is going to be talking about that. So want to make sure everybody knows when you see all of that happening going on in Sierra Vista, that's going to be in the park. And then next week, the Cochise County Fair is back in action, and that's going to be in Douglas starting the 23rd.
Yeah, there's so much going on. I mean, you look at last weekend, too, with Freedom Fest. I want to give a shout-out to Warrior Healing Center with Tim and Kathy and all those from the community came together to put that together. Grady, you were out there as one of the MCs, Jeff Davenport. I mean, just so many people came together, and what a well-attended event. I had the opportunity to speak at that. I mean, just what a better time to bring this event together to unify the community here in Cochise County. It was pretty impressive.
And it supported some great causes as well.
It really did, and it sent a message. And that's when I say unify, it's sending a message that 20 years ago with the 9/11, and to bring everybody together for a common cause, to get there, just socialize, sit back, listen to the music, and they had some great bands. I gotta say, the ones that came out of Nashville, and I just very impressed to be invited to that.
And all the people that were there and all the volunteers, they were really working hard on that whole thing.
Oh, they were, and watching them run around to make sure the next act, I mean, they were right on target too when it comes to the schedule. No, everybody just did a really good job. And in the morning, I give a shout out to the city of Douglas. Went down there for their 9/11 ceremony. The Mayor Hughes was down there speaking, and Fire Chief, Police Chief, Miss Ann English from our Board of Supervisors, myself, and my wife Nikki. We all sat right there and well attended to. And so it was and they had these events throughout Cochise County last Saturday, but I know my deputies went to a few other ones too, and it just was a great day to remember for Cochise County.
And having all of these events going on, there's also one scheduled for tomorrow for Back the Blue. There's the group that's coming and presenting the local law enforcement with appreciation gift bags. And for us, they're going to have also horsey buckets for our patrol.
We are Western, aren't we?
That's right. And our canine buckets for our canines.
Biscuit buckets.
Yes, that. Say that 5 times real fast.
Yes.
I can't even say it once. So Grady's going to be over there getting some pictures. They're only going to be in town long enough to drop those off at the sheriff's office because they're hitting Douglas and Wilcox and Sierra Vista, Wichita City, Benton. So they're going throughout and just making sure that everybody gets these deliveries. So I want to tell them thank you so much in advance.
They do. And they're, like I said, to come into Cochise County, they're supporting law enforcement, the Thin Blue Line. I mean, just thank you so much. And I sent them an email this week, too, thanking them. And so we're going to have our ranch deputies out there receiving the buckets tomorrow.
And the Cochise County Fair returns.
It's nice to see that. It really is. There's something special about a county fair. And they're kind of getting lost in time, our county fairs. And so I encourage you, come out and see our county fair. In fact, Jackie Clay and I are going to be doing some judging for the 4-H on Thursday, opening day. We'll be doing that at 10 o'clock in the morning. Last year, or 2 years ago, Jackie and I had a contest to milk a goat. Let me just tell you, that was uncomfortable for both Jackie and I both, being not growing around in a farm like that. But it's a lot of fun. It truly is. The kids for 4-H and the FFA, they come out there and they work their butts off to show their animals. And so it's just a neat event. And county fairs, they're community fairs. So I'm looking forward to it.
And one of the things that's going to happen is they've got livestock shows both on Thursday, the 23rd, and Friday, the 24th, all day from 8 to 5. And they have auctions. The auction's actually going to be on Saturday, the 25th. You know you want a half a side of beef, so be there.
That's right.
Right, Nikki? And then small stock buyers breakfast is at 8 a.m. With the small stock sale to start at 10. And then they have a large stock buyers lunch at 11:30 and the large stock sale starting at 1. And all of that's going to be on Saturday. So there's a lot of different things that you can do outside. You can enjoy the Midway. They've already sold out all of their wristbands. So if you were planning to get a wristband for the rides, you won't be able to get there from here, but you can still go and enjoy it and buy individual tickets.
And the carnival food.
Right.
You got to at least try it once a year. I mean, it's been a long year. We all know that. We've talked about that numerous times. But get out there and get some of that carnival food. And just imagine how healthy that is for you. You got to imagine it because we all know it's not real. But we can imagine it. We can dream about it.
And you've got a border update for us, but also we had some Congress people visit.
We did. We had some congressmen from Virginia, Indiana, North Carolina, of course, Congressman Biggs from Arizona, and others that came to the border yesterday, came to Cochise County. They spent time with my border team yesterday, and last night I got to spend some time with them over a dinner at Mimosa last night. So, yeah, it's interesting talking to them about the the challenges that they're addressing when it comes to the border at Congress. I expressed my frustration with the numbers we're seeing. It's they're not getting better. I think we all would agree with that. I was talking to my friend sheriff in Texas, and the numbers under the bridge. In fact, there was some major news on that last night. I mean, right now there's over 9,100 people under a bridge, just waiting to be processed, waiting to be addressed, and they keep on coming. They just keep on coming, and that's the give-ups in Texas. We have the getaways in Cochise County, totally different component of that. But either way, it goes back to a border. So, yeah, it's an issue that we continue to address. We continue to push forward on and protect our citizens. But the congressman here last night, again, very good dialogue with them. But we got to unite on this. We do. I say there's two things that have really hurt this country. We put politics in health, and we put politics in policing. If we can take the politics out of both, I tell you, we can get down the road. But unfortunately, politics have been inserted. It's like a bad disease right now, and we got to get that out of there.
And along the border, we're going to have a French delegation coming next Friday. So the border team, the Sabre team, is going to be doing a review with them so that they can take back what they learned from here back to their home country.
Well, I want to give a shout out to Tim Williams, my sergeant, oversees my border team, works with the 14 different agencies that he works with and contacts throughout the border. He does an amazing job, and and he actually is the one that oversees a lot of these tours. And we had a lot of people, it's election year, come up here in about a year. So a lot of these people are coming down and want to see the border, want to get their picture on the border. Listen, I don't endorse candidates, but the bottom line is, it's like I tell them, I said, listen, I don't endorse, number one. Number two is, don't make me part of your political event here. But if you wanted to get a factual what's going on in Cochise County, what I hear from my fellow sheriffs along the border, by all means come see us. And that's for anybody that wants to come see us that's running for office. I'd rather have somebody come down here, get educated on what we're dealing with, see our challenges, see what's worked, what's not working right now, and take forward and lead that into the future.
So moving on, we were talking earlier about your stop of the week, and so we got a few details. So tell us a little bit about what we were doing there.
I was heading to a meeting this week, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden here comes this car, and I see it coming really fast, and all of a sudden it just flies by me. So I pop the radar on, 104 miles an hour.
Wow.
Which is enough to get anybody's attention.
Sure.
I mean, so I make the stop on him and walk up, and I said, good morning. I greet myself, and I said, do you know why I'm stopping you? Yeah. I said, you're going over 100 miles an hour. I mean, is there an emergency that you're trying to address, or what's going on? And he told me, he goes, listen, I know I'm going over 100 miles an hour, but I'm late. I said, what are you late for? I'm late for my physical. I just got a job. I have to go to my physical. Now think about that. You're going 104 miles an hour, endangering the public because you're late and you didn't pre-plan. Subsequently, he was not happy with me. But bottom line is, that's my stop of the week. You got to slow down out there. You got to plan. You got to get ready for your day. I do it every day. I know other people do too. But to drive 104 miles an hour is a very serious criminal offense. People don't, it's just speed. That's a deadly speed, folks, at 104 miles an hour. So, again, once I had a few more discussions with him, a little more talk with him, he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I should have done better. Yeah, just a little bit. So, again, slow down, people.
And we had an unfortunate incident, which resulted in, you working closely with a family of people who were well known in this area, the Morrison family. So you wanted to talk about that for a second.
I do. Albert Morrison, he retired within the last year. He was a Chief Warrant Officer 5, 3 bronze, recipient of 3 bronze medals. Just a stellar career in the military. Spent his whole life serving this country, serving this nation in a way that, you can say they did. But just the kind of guy that fit into Sierra Vista. His wife, Lieutenant Colonel Shiloh Morrison, who's been on our show before, she's getting ready to retire too, and both have served our country well. He retired, worked for the federal government, was out of state and fell ill and passed away this week. So the Legion Riders, my Sheriff's Assist team, and myself, we took the family up last night to RV City, waited for him to be flown and then brought back into town, and we escorted him over to the funeral home last night, Hatfield's funeral home, and kudos to them too, and because there was a mix-up at the airport about releasing him last night, and so the Ryan Jensen's team jumped into action last night, got him released last night, which was all pre-planned. I'll keep my comments there, but long story short is we received him well between the veterans groups, the Sheriff's Assist team. I had the family with me, and we brought him back, so we lost a good one here, but he left a heck of an impression to this community. And Albert, we're going to miss you. Shiloh, Austin, and Berlin, my heart goes out to all of you. It really does. So keep your loved ones in mind, because you never know what can happen. So God bless you, my friend.
On Wednesday, it was the Battle of the Badges blood drive in Douglas, and I got to go over with the detention staff who showed up in force to give blood. So that's going to be our community message.
It is.
It's time to give blood.
Give blood. Give to your community, and you never know. We had a head-on collision last night. I heard when I was heading up after the dinner, I was heading up with the family, and I heard this head-on collision come in. And these tragedies happen. They're not planned. They're unexpected tragedies in most cases, and so blood is a gift of life. It really is. So if you can give blood, please get out there, give blood, and save a life.
Well, Sheriff Mark Daniels, we thank you for coming and talking to us today.
Grady, Carol, thank you, and hopefully everybody tunes in tonight for Benson taking on the NFL Jets football team here at high school. It'll be up at Benson High School tonight.
And remember, that's on 100.9 FM. You can also download the app and listen to Sheriff Mark Daniels call the game tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Carol, who do we have coming in next?
We have Adam Curtis from the city of Sierra Vista, and he's going to be talking about all things Sierra Vista.
It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch Now.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your sheriff's office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and our next guest.
Welcome back, Cochise County, and if you're driving to work, please be careful out there. So we're welcoming Adam Curtis from the city of Sierra Vista, and you have so many different projects that you have going that you want to talk about, so let's just jump right on in.
All right, that sounds good. Thank you so much, Carol. The first big thing I really want to talk about is plans for Christmas. So we're already looking forward to the holiday season, and the city puts on an event in the Veterans Memorial Park. It's our annual tree lighting event. It's been going on for many, many years, and this year we're hoping to make it bigger and better than ever. So typically it runs just that one night. That's Friday night. It's the first Friday in December, but this year we're actually incorporating a German-style Christmas market, so like a Christkindl market, and that will go on not just Friday night, but also extend into Saturday and Saturday evening. That allows us to partner with the Sierra Vista Area Chamber of Commerce and actually blend their long-standing, I think 60-plus year annual holiday parade. They have just agreed and worked with us to adjust their parade route. So we'll actually start and end at City Hall and circle Veterans Memorial Park on Saturday night. And it will really blend with the Christmas market and all the activities going on in the park that night because everyone will still be there. And there's something else really exciting going on right now that we could really use some help with. The Kiwanis Club has also joined this effort, and they really want to purchase this very large artificial Christmas tree that will serve the centerpiece of these expanded holiday activities for years to come. The height of the Christmas tree can grow over time as the event grows, and we have some other plans to grow the event well. We have a big grant application out this year, so if we get that, we'll be able to announce some more exciting activities and stuff. But for now, we are committed to making a 2-day event with the Christmas Bazaar, and if the Kiwanis Club can successfully raise money by basically the first week of October, they're under a deadline to get the tree in, we will have this awesome, very large synthetic tree that will become kind of the centerpiece in the park for that tree lighting ceremony. So the way to learn more about that and pitch in is go to the Kiwanis Club of Sierra Vista's website. President-elect Ray Bouchard has been going around town spreading the message on this, and he is super excited, and they are trying to get the funds in time so we can do this all this year. There's a lot of positive momentum, and I think everyone is kind of ready for a nice celebration for the holidays, come together as a community, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're partnering and trying to make this a true community event, not just the city, and I think everyone could really use an awesome holiday celebration this year. So hopefully we can get all this done. So head to the Kiwanis Club of Sierra Vista website. You can either Google Kiwanis Club of Sierra Vista or just go to www.kiwanisclubofsierravista.com. You'll see the donation option kind of in the center column. Just scroll down a little bit and then select the Christmas tree program when you get to that page. That is the big push right now because it needs to happen basically by the start of October for them to be able to get that tree. And we'll have more news to announce based on our grant application, probably sometime in mid to late October. So we'll be sharing more details about these events and how it'll all work together. But for right now, I just wanted to get the initial news out there and get this fundraising push out there because Ray's really trying to get that done. And we're really hoping to make this event really, really awesome this year. But we kind of have a vision to grow it over the next several years to be a draw not just for Sierra Vista residents, but for residents throughout the area.
So you were talking about, just really quickly, Christmas, and so people are thinking that's so far away. It's not.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're talking about Ray needs this money or this contribution by the first week of October, which sounds like it's a far way away, but it's not.
Yep.
So you're looking at about maybe 2 weeks tops. So I think it's really good that you're here pushing that. So everybody listening, see what you can do. Take a look at that webpage for the Kiwanis and jump on board because 2 weeks is going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, Ray had a donation fall through, kind of a large one, so he's definitely under the gun to get this done now. But he's really enthusiastic about it and passionate about it, and we are too. And we're, I can't promise too much, but we're definitely going to have the Old World Santas back out there. It's going to be a really fun event for the kids, children's activities, all that kind of stuff. Even last year's drive-through event was a ton of fun. People really appreciated that too. So it's a great time to come together as a community, and we're excited to make Sierra Vista kind of the home of Christmas in Cochise County, and really make this event something that draws people in and becomes a little bigger than it has been in the past. But yeah, talking about things coming up, it is the fall event season, and there have been rumors going around that events are being canceled and that kind of thing, because I think the Bisbee Blues Fest was actually canceled. But here in Sierra Vista, the city is moving forward with all its typical annual events and some new ones, and we're also not restricting special event permits or anything like that. So Art in the Park is 100% a go. That's that first weekend in October, and people missed it last year. We missed it too. It's our region's biggest annual art show. It's hosted by the Huachuca Art Association, and for the first time ever, the city of Sierra Vista is partnering with them to host a Vineyards in the Park event. So that's going to be that first Saturday, October 2nd. I believe the Vineyards in the Park component is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that'll be actually inside Art in the Park. So it's like a little mini wine tasting event inside the art show. So we're super excited about that, and we'll be looking forward to that weekend. And then real quick, I'll preview a few other events we have coming up too, because fall event season is here, and it's a busy time. So National Night Out is also making its return. We were unable to host it last year, but the Sierra Vista Police Department is moving forward this year. That will be in Veterans Memorial Park on Tuesday, October 5th. 5 to 8 p.m. I think the Sheriff's Office will, of course, be there, as our many partner agencies. And it's just such a fun event. It's a great way to meet your local law enforcement officers, get to know what they do. There's also a variety of community resources and activities that are hosted by different organizations. It's just a super fun night for the family and for the kids. And Scott Borgstadt, who hosts that event, has some really fun ideas for the First Responders Challenge this year that you don't want to miss. It's a little different than the tug-of-war people might be used to from years past. There's an obstacle course and some other fun activities I don't want to spoil, so you definitely want to get out there and see all that stuff. Also from the Sierra Vista Police Department, the 15th annual Bearcat Poll for Special Olympics Arizona will make its return. That is happening on Sunday, October 17th. I believe it's 9 to 11 a.m. in Veterans Memorial Park. Anyone can come to cheer on the teams. It's kind of a fun, lively environment. There's a live DJ. It's just kind of an interesting event. If you don't know what a Bearcat is, it is a large kind of
tactical vehicle.
Tactical vehicle, exactly. So like way bigger than a Humvee.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's around 15,000 pounds off the top of my head, but it is quite heavy. So teams will attempt to pull that as fast as they can and compete in different categories. So if you're interested, head to sierravistaaz.gov or just go to our Facebook page, look up the event. There's a registration form for teams, so you can actually sign up to participate, compete against other teams, organizations, businesses. Are you guys participating at all? Or?
You know we are. We have to. I mean, I don't have the team numbers or names yet, but we're going to do it. So anybody from our office listening, get ready, because we're going to win again. I'm just, anytime we haven't, it's just been like a slip on the foot on the grass or something. I don't know, but we're going to be on it.
Awesome. That sounds great. I will not be helping poll. I don't think I would do much in that regard, unfortunately. I might get out there to take some photos or something, though. But, yeah, that's going to be an awesome event. Definitely participate, help raise money, create a team if you'd like. If not, just come out and have a good time. It's a really cool, unique fundraiser, and it'll just be a fun time for the whole family as well. The city is also hosting a Pierce Wine Tour on November 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that's basically a bus tour you take. It departs and then returns to the Ethel H. Berger Center. But that takes you out into wine country in the Wilcox area, and you don't have to drive. You can just ride and enjoy the day. There's plenty of space on the bus for purchase of wine bottles and that kind of stuff. Again, just look on our website, sierravistaaz.gov, search for Pierce Wine Tour, or check out our Facebook page, and you can find links to get your tickets. And then one thing I did want to touch on before we run out of time here is that obviously construction is still going on in the West End. If you've been driving through that area, I'm sure you've still noticed. It's progressing along nicely, but the current traffic restrictions are still in place until further notice. So that means if you head along Fry, you're not going to be able to make a left-hand turn across Fry. And that's between Garden Avenue and Carmichael Avenue. So basically plan ahead, make right-hand turns into your destinations in that corridor. But we are reminding folks those businesses still need our love. It is a difficult time just because anytime there's construction that can impact business. So they're excited to see this project come to fruition. It should wrap up sometime in early mid-January, and it will really transform that part of town, become more walkable, aesthetically pleasing, have nice lighting, paths, wider sidewalks, landscaping, benches, and it generates a ton of momentum for a lot of what we're doing on the West End in terms of revitalization efforts. So we're super excited for that project, but in the meantime, head down into that corridor, discover businesses you may not even know about, check out the ones you've loved for years. They do still need your support now and through the holiday season. So definitely don't be scared by the construction zone. It's not that hard to navigate. I'm sure people are getting a bit used to it by now, I hope. Although we did have to re-educate people on what flashing red lights were before the temporary stop signs were put out there. But people have been doing well. I haven't heard too many issues as of late, and I think folks are getting a bit used to it. But yeah, don't forget about those businesses out there. It's a great place to check out. And then, we're so looking forward to January and, doing something to celebrate and invite everyone out there to really culminate that project as well.
Well, Adam, we thank you for coming and talking to us today. You always have great information.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it.
That's Adam Curtis, Public Information Officer with the City of Sierra Vista. And Carol, who do we have coming in next?
We have Miss Courtney Greer from Stan Greer Millworks.
It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
It's First Watch now.
Hosted by Public Information Officer Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
On 92.3 KWCD.
And it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and our next guest.
Welcome back, Cochise County. So we have Miss Courtney Greer. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Carol. Thanks, Grady. Always good to see you guys.
So we had you here because you do so much for everybody in the community. And one of the things that you do specifically for public safety and first responders is a Give Back Day. So that's coming up Monday.
Absolutely. Monday, September 20th. We call it our First Responders Appreciation Day. And we love it because we get to serve those who serve us in the community.
And so what are some of the things how many years have you been doing it, first of all?
Believe it or not, this is our 6th annual event, which is hard to believe. Wow, 6 years. And it gets bigger and bigger every year, which we love. And that's the goal. We want it to grow and grow and grow over the years to come.
And so for you to provide the things that you do for the public safety first responders, you can't do it all by yourself, even though you guys do a phenomenal job on all kinds of other things. So you band together with other businesses and other people to have sponsors. So tell us a little bit about what your sponsorship looks like this year.
Absolutely. So we've had the most sponsors this year, 50 sponsors, which is just amazing to me when I say that. 50 sponsors for this one event. And our top sponsors this year, we really wanted to thank them. R.L. Workman Homes, RDI, which is Rutherford Diversified Industrial, and RV City. So they really came together with big donations this year. So we are just so appreciative of that. But we've had 50 sponsors, a lot of donations as well, and so we use that to give back to the community for the first responders. So prizes, things like that. Lunch provided by Ricardo's, Jimmy John's, and Coca-Cola. So some good food and refreshments for all the first responders who drive through.
And it is going to be a drive-through again this year.
It is, yes, a drive-through again this year. So we're happy to host it. Hopefully next year we can resume to the normal.
Right. Well, we really want to say thank you again for everything that Stan Greer does, and for Debbie Greer.
Thank you.
We're so sorry that for your loss and for the whole community loss.
Thank you. She left a legacy, absolutely. So we strive to make her proud.
So when someone comes through through this event, what is going to happen with an officer or a first responder?
So they drive through. Each first responder gets 2 tickets for the raffle prizes. So we're going to open this up at 11 a.m. and it'll run until 2 p.m. So probably a prize raffle, I would say, between 2:15 2:30, just as it wraps up.
And so do they have to be there?
They do not, no. So as long as we have a phone number and a name, we do like to go live on Facebook with a video announcing all the prizes, the winners. But then we'll also give you a phone call if you're not there.
So listen up, all first responders in Cochise County. Be at Stan Greer on Monday, the 20th, between 11 and 2. And make sure you're there around lunchtime because they definitely have some good food for you.
Absolutely. 5930 South Highway 92.
And Stan Greer Millworks is known for giving back to the community. This is just one example of stuff that you guys do all year round.
Thank you so much. We love it. We love being in a small community. The community supports us, and we want to support you. So we're happy to serve those who serve us.
Well, we appreciate it, and thank you very much for what you do.
Thank you, Grady. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
And who do we have coming in next, Carol?
So next we have Public Safety from Sierra Vista. So we have Sierra Vista Fire Mike Corto and Sergeant Tim Wachtel from Sierra Vista Police Department, and they're going to talk to you about child safety seats.
It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. And it's First Watch brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, giving you an inside look into your sheriff's office. I'm Grady Butler, and with me is Carol Kappas, Public Information Officer with the Sheriff's Office, and our next guest, Mike Porto from the Sierra Vista Fire Department, and Sergeant Wachtel from the Sierra Vista Police Department. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So coming up is Child Seat Safety Week. Tell us about that.
Yeah, beginning September 19th through Saturday, September 25th, the Sierra Vista Police Department and the Sierra Vista Fire Department will join forces for the Child Passenger Safety Week. And basically, we're just out there enforcing the child restraint laws. But our main focus is to prevent that from happening and educating people that, to buckle up your kids.
So what is the law for buckling up your kids?
The law is any person shall not operate a motor vehicle when transporting a child who is under the age of 5. So if you're under the age of 5, no matter what, that individual, that child has to be buckled up. However, if the child is between 5 and 7 and is less than 4 foot 9 inches, they have to be buckled up too. So it's a little confusing at first, but bottom line is under the age of 5, you have to be buckled up properly. And when I say properly, not just a regular seatbelt, but in a child restraint. And Mike will get into that. But it also, if you're between 5 and 7 and you're less than 4 foot 9 inches, then you also have to be buckled up. So.
And that's front or back seat?
Front or back seat, yes.
All right. So that means that this week is going on, and you guys are going to be out enforcing that. But it kind of culminates with a class at the end of next week where you can find out how to do this correctly.
That's correct. Actually, it's pretty fortuitous that the week happens to fall the week that we're doing a car seat technician class in conjunction with a website called safekids.org. It's a great website for information to keep your kids safe. But what the class is we're going to certify new technicians so that they can help assist the public in installing their seats correctly, proper position placement, what we call the golden practice or the golden rule. On the 25th, that Saturday, is the final test. The final test that we need them to do is actually host an event where we need the public to come in and say, hey, my seat, I'm not sure if it's in right. Can you check it? And then we'll go through the whole check event to make sure that they're installed properly. And so this is a great opportunity for the public if they meet an officer in the capacity of, hey, that something's wrong, they can come see us on Saturday and we'll get that corrected for them to make sure it's correct and that child is as safe as they can be in their vehicle.
And where is that going to be?
It's going to be on Saturday, September the 25th. We're going to be at the Cow Ranch parking lot, closer to the Hibachi Grill side of that parking lot. It'll start at 9 o'clock and run to about 1 o'clock. We're going to have a lot of technicians out there, and we'll be checking seats to get that installed properly.
And do you guys also have like recall information or bad seats, or this is broken, needs to be fixed?
Correct. We'll have a information sheet out there that will identify which seats are recalled or out of date, and we will make recommendations on what they can do to get that fixed or changed, or possibly even provide them a seat if we deem that's necessary at that time.
And what is the most common mistake?
The most common mistake I see is there's a thing called lower anchors. It's these little latches at the bottom of your seat in the bite. And then seatbelt. A lot of people like to use both, and because two's better than one, right? but according to most car seat manufacturers, you use one or the other, not both.
All right, well, Sergeant Wachtel, remind us one more time about what you're doing this week for us.
Again, we'll be out there enforcing the child safety restraint laws. Again, starts Sunday, September 19th, and it runs through Saturday, September 25th.
And remind us one more time when the event is.
The event is on Saturday, September the 25th in Cow Ranch parking lot from 8 o'clock to 1 in the afternoon.
And that's Mike Corto from the Sierra Vista Fire Department and Sergeant Wachtel from the Sierra Vista Police Department. Thanks for coming and talking to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's First Watch on KWCD Country, and it's brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative.
You've been listening to First Watch with the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Hosted by Cochise County Public Information Officers Carol Kappas and Grady Butler.
Join us again next Friday morning, 7 to 8 a.m.
First Watch.
What you need to know from the Cochise County Sheriff's Office.
Only on 92.3 KWCD.